Well, what a wonderful thickened fog day to you, Survivor, getting hit because of the vacuum palette change. Thank God. My name is Bricky. Welcome to Dead by Daylight Case File, featuring the clown, or better known as the Gassy Boy. See, I would have liked to have called him the Honky Boy, but he doesn't have a honky nose. Behavior, your shenanigans have gone too far. Alright, the lore is pretty long, so bear with me. Kenneth Chase was born in 1932 and because of labor issues, took his mother out of the world, which caused a real rift between him and his father. He grew up with unremarkable academics, but excelled in athletic prowess. Tall, strong, but never wanted to join team sports because he didn't really mesh well with other people. Eventually, he found feathers on his walks home. He kept a collection of them in a cigar box under the bed, which fixated him while his father spent his nights in a drunken stupor. Eventually, he wanted to catch one, so coaxing a local dentist, he made a special anesthetic and rigged it to a bird feeder. Then he caught one, and while he was fixated with it, it woke up and attempted to run away out of his hands. But feeling this rush of power, Kenneth crushed the robin, or the bird, in his hands. He had planned to release it, but the feeling of power was something he had never experienced in his life. Disposed of the body, kept one feather, tossing out the others as he considered them fake. This led to him collecting even larger things, larger prey, squirrels, cats, dogs. Then soon, a boy went missing at his school, and when Kenneth's father found the boy's finger in his cigar box, Kenneth ran away and never came back. Over the next decade, he stayed with the circus, learning to socialize after falling into some bad habits like drinking, junk food, and drugs. Soon, these vices proved not enough to satisfy the old urges, and he began doing it again, creating powerful new concoctions to lure in victims and torture them, removing their prettiest finger for his collection and disposing of the dead body. Eventually, he became complacent and sloppy, and one victim escaped, with a circus staring down at him as she fled the scene. He left immediately with his carriage and horse, and now roams into other random circuses, disguising himself alongside them. And now he hunts and collects, circus to circus, finger to finger. That was a mouthful, and a good mouthful too. See, I really enjoyed the clown's lore. It's probably one of the best ones. It's well fleshed out, interesting, and almost sympathetic considering his past. Messed up, don't get me wrong, but a little sympathetic. So the clown's power is his afterpiece tonic, his favorite brand of anesthetic. With a base of 4 charges, the clown can throw a bottle that on contact breaks into a large gas cloud. This gas cloud reveals, visually disorients, and most importantly, slows down the survivor. By pressing and holding, the clown can charge up the bottle and throw it in a farther arcing style. Once it shimmers, you have reached maximum charge, just like the Huntress's axes, and charging the bottle does not slow the clown, but throwing it does slow him very briefly. This effect on the survivor lasts for 2 seconds total after leaving the gas cloud, so it's a little bit over 2 seconds when you think about the time it takes them to leave the cloud. Also, the clown can reload his bottles at any time with a channel, but is slowed down during this time, and that is the clown's ability. So how do you play the Gassy Boy? Well, you play him like a herder mostly. So Dead by Daylight generally has an ongoing theme with their DLCs. If it's a licensed killer, the DLC is, okay. Freddy, Pig, Leatherface, and Myers have all had their ups and downs, sometimes way more down than up. If it's an original killer, the DLCs have been actually rather good. The Nurse, the Doctor, the Huntress, okay, except maybe the Hag, and the Clown. Now, the Clown probably is the best DLC Dead by Daylight has made. That's a big statement, don't get me wrong, but the Huntress is a damn close second place, but I think the Clown beats her just by a little bit. The Clown is a great killer. An amazing killer. He's the exact kind of killer I've been waiting for quite a while. When a killer comes out, remember the golden question. Does the ability help in the chase? If the answer is yes, Nurse Hillbilly Huntress, the killer is good. If the answer is no, Wraith Hag Freddy, the killer is poor. If the answer is kinda, Myers Dr. Leatherface, then it's a maybe. The Clown is a solid yes/maybe. The Afterpiece Tonic is a fantastic special ability. The revealing part is good sometimes, but doesn't really mean much, and the visual disorientation is actually way better than I give it credit for, but probably won't make much of a difference at high ranks. But that slow, that 15% slow, that slow is sexy. The bottles are just so easy to throw, and it's not like the Huntress where you gotta be super careful and commit. You can just toss these little guys out at Mach speed. And that's where the power of his ability comes from. Its ability to help you herd targets. See, unless they're out in the open, chucking a tonic directly at a survivor, unless you have a ton to spare, isn't always necessary. If you get to a pallet loop, which I'm sure you will, you can just throw one in the pathway, so that when they run around it, they will hit the tonic, and you'll be able to land a hit before they get to the pallet. Or you'll herd them into a different area and make their loop useless. That's why I love the Clown, because he actually requires you to use your brain a little bit. You have to read your enemy, knowing where they plan to go, where they want to go, and place your tonics accordingly. Herding a survivor. Know the mechanic well enough to realize that if I hit them with a tonic, do I have enough time to hit them thanks to the slow before they reach a pallet or window? The Clown feels fun to play, he's effective, and he requires skill. Not as much mechanical skill as the Nurse, but mental skill, thinking ahead and planning, like the Trapper, but way more effective. And I love our extremely wide gassy boy. Now, discussing add-ons, increasing the duration of the tonic are always good choices. This would be the Ether 5, 10, or 15% volume add-ons. Increasing the amount of bottles is good too, so the sticky soda bottle or cheap gin bottle. And finally, reload time like the fingerless parade gloves and thick cork stopper. Come to think of it, all add-ons are pretty damn good for the Clown. I honestly can't think of a single add-on that's actually bad. I mean, you know, you could take VHS porn just for the name. You should take, I mean, it's not that great. It just increases the speed you move during reload, but you should take it. For Gassy Boy Teachables, we have hard to pronounce, Overcharge Patch 2.0, and Bamboozle. I'm not going to make up a different name for Bamboozle. I love Bamboozle. I'm not even going to try and pronounce this perk, but penalty to healing progression is rather nice. Granted, few survivors plan to heal in your terror radius, but combined with distressing, it can be pretty good, especially on someone like the Doctor. Pop Goes the Weasel is a wonderful perk. It rewards you for doing your job as a killer and can massively take chunks out of generators. It feels really good too. Finally, Bamboozle is a godsend for chase-heavy killers like the Wraith and Myers. If you need to vault a lot, Bamboozle is just so fantastic, and it's even better for dealing with pesky survivors running around the shack. For Clown builds, I like going things that halt generator progress. So Hex Ruin, Pop Goes the Weasel, Overcharge, and generally Barbecue and Chili because it's just so good still. You'd think the meta would have changed, but no, Barbecue and Chili and Hex Ruin are still the best killer perks at the moment, and generator regression is still a big priority. I wonder if generators are still being done too quickly, and we should do something about it so that Hex Ruin isn't goddamn core. They're done too fast, okay? They're done too fast. For the Clown meme build, we gotta do the fast, thick boy. Brutal strength, Bamboozle, fire up, and enduring. Watch as survivors run in fear as this absolute unit barreling down at you. And finally, we have the Clown's Mori, finger licking good. So let's wrap up the Clown. I love him. He's fun to play, his perks are good, his map is decent, and hell, even the Survivor is pretty cool too. Plus, even the Survivor perks are actually not too bad. They're very interesting. Overall, I think he was the best DLC Dead by Daylight has ever made, and definitely ever made so far. And I'm extremely pleased to see that because with its myriad of issues, it's wonderful to see them get it right. I still think generators are done too quickly, and there are still some bugs and such to work out, but even so, it's so nice to see something come out that works so well, and hopefully you can keep getting more of that in the future. Now, however, this is going to be the last Dead by Daylight case file that comes out. I know there will be more killers that come out, and I may do videos like that later on, but I am quite done with the case files as it has run its course. I thoroughly enjoyed making them. It was a pleasure having all of you stop by and watch them, and I wish the best for all of you in your killer games from here on out. And that has been the final Dead by Daylight case file on the Clown. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new here, we have done one on every single other killer, so you can go check them all out as well. My name is Bricky, and don't give me the finger, because I might just cut it off. Bye-bye.